Hello everyone, it's me Nancy Finch doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday at 12 o'clock. It's sun is shining, it's beautiful out there, and I've got my very beautiful cup here that my daughter gave to me, but it reminds me of being grounded. That's why I love this earthy kind of cup. So I'm drinking this today thinking I'm grounded, I'm safe, I'm nurturing myself with a nice hot drink, which is what today is all about. So we're going to be talking about nurturing yourself with basically the elements. Nurture yourself with the elements. It's kind of like, when we sit in this time of year in autumn, we're sort of thinking about all these things, like Christmas is coming up and winter, and autumn's actually quite a hard time for us to adjust to, because especially here in Cornwall, we haven't had much of a summer this year. So it's kind of like going from something you really wanted more of to something that's quieter. And I know a lot of people love kicking the leaves around in autumn, etc. But there's also a part of us that goes, oh, it's cold. I need to put a warm coat on. I need to comfort myself. And, a nice hot chocolate or sitting in front of a lovely crackling fire. And really, it's about being primal this time of year. It's about looking at what you need to regroup you, to put you back into a place of secure and really grounded. Oh, hi Val, you're here, lovely. Happy Monday to you, my darling. I hope you've had a good weekend. Yes, it's lovely to see your face on here. So you're the first person, by the way. So we've got, autumn. It's been in the air for a while, and everyone's going, oh, you can feel it. Put away those summer dresses and clothes and things. But it's about nurturing yourself and giving yourself this time right now to give yourself comfortable, cozy feelings, primal feelings. We all need to nurture ourselves because of that. Because, before we know it, we'll be racing into another season. And although that winter is kind of still, quite a lot of the time it makes us feel still, we're still feeling all those anticipated feelings toward Christmas around it, etc. So this is our time in autumn to actually be like a tree, to be still, to be aware of the tree's not, producing more leaves right now. The woods are they're beautiful right next to me, but they're not doing that. They're just being really still. This is our time to be still, to go down into our own roots, to center ourselves, to nurture ourselves with whatever we feel that will do that for us. Some people love a hot chocolate. Oh, that feels good. Their inner child loves that. But there's lots of ways you can do it. And I've got here on my board, water, for instance, is a very easy and lovely way of nurturing yourself. So it's so easy for us to go to hot water. I mean, put our hands in hot water, perhaps washing up, perhaps just run your hand, the water through your hands, and breathe and just relax. Let the water soothe you and relax you and calm you and ground you. Water is very powerful, and we're made up of water, as you all know. So when we're sort of using water to feel nurtured, it could be the hot bath. If you haven't got baths, a lot of people haven't these days. Oh, hi Julie, thank you for being here, darling. Happy Monday. So a lot of people, myself included, don't have baths, but we do have showers. Now, showers are very good. Showers can just soothe you, warm your bones if you've been out in the cold all day. Hot showers are lovely. Hot baths are very relaxing. And everybody, when they have a hot bath, they're not, thank you, Julie. When they're having a hot bath, they think, when they get into that bath, they don't realise how tense they've been on a physical or an emotional level until they relax in the hot water. And the hot water just takes it all away. And everybody would agree with that. It's a lovely feeling. Even a tired child in a hot bath, warm bath, would relax the child, It's a very soothing thing to use warm or hot water. I like it quite hot, actually. But now, supposing you haven't got time to have the shower or the bath, you could put as I say, go to the washing up and wash your hands in hot water, or, do the dishes. Or what I've been recommending people do just lately is get a bowl for your feet and fill that with hot water, and even better, put things like Epsom salts or your favourite thing that you like in that water, and just put your feet in the water. This is one of my favorite things to recommend at the moment. Put your feet in that bowl of water and just let the water soothe you and cleanse you and ground you and nurture you. Okay, something most of us can do. Putting your feet in that bowl of water. In fact, I went and bought some the other day, some Epsom salts, and put them in a bowl. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to try that again. My mum used to love that. She used to do it all the time. And it's very good for you, because some of you will know that your hands and your feet in reflexology is your whole body. You know, the whole body is represented. The nerve endings, everything is in your hands and feet. So when you put your hands or your feet into water, hot water, soothing water, you're actually doing not just your feet, you're doing your whole body. Reflexologists will know this. I know it. And basically, you're soothing everything just by putting your feet into hot water. And one of my clients I spoke to last week about this, she said she loved it, the idea of it. And she said, it's all very easy to have a shower, and we do that on a regular basis. It's a routine. But how many of us remember the nurturing stillness, like a tree with roots in the ground? Why don't we put our feet in a bowl of water and soothe and nurture and cleanse and ground? Just for however, if you did that for more than 20 seconds, your body, your mind will relax. You will feel recharged. You'll feel regrouped. You'll feel like you've kind of fed yourself, nurtured yourself, given yourself the inside hug. It's like having a hug. So you need to kind of remember that's important. And when my client heard this story, she said, she remembered a memory of her nan, that she was brought up mostly by her nan. And she said her nan used to sit every night with a bowl of water, hot water, and she'd put her feet in it every single night. And she would do, the client I'm talking about, would do the same. As a child, she'd have 2 bowls, and one for her and one for herself, one for her niece. Sorry, not her niece, her granddaughter. So both of them sat there with their feet, little feet, in a bowl. How lovely is that? I mean, just the image of that makes me smile. But the memory of that really helped her. She said, I can almost feel the hot water again. You know, her gran was very important to her. I used to do that with my auntie as well sometimes. We'd just sit there and we'd go, right, we're going to have a foot spa. And we'd just put our feet in the water and then, you know, nurture yourself. As you dry your feet, I am cleansed, I am grounded. How lovely. And this is what we need to remember to do right now. As I say, if you haven't got a bowl for feet, then you can just wash your hands. And another friend of mine, he used to say, right, coming from the cold, I've been working outside in the garden all afternoon, and I'm just going to wash up. Oh, that feels good. And he would make sure he washed up. He'd find some washing up to do, just so he could soothe his whole body. He didn't know this actually, but feeding himself support and comfort while he washed his hands and washed the dishes. A lot of us have got dishwashers and things, so we miss out on that. But I actually made sure I used hot water today and just washed up a few of the cat's plates and things, you know, just in hot water. Why not? Find an excuse to do it. So it's a really nice way of really sort of centering yourself and grounding yourself. And that is very good for lots of chakras, especially for your root chakra, this one down here. Because when you're getting down into a nurtured primal place of feeding yourself that comfort, you know, then you are really going to help open this one up. You can't be worried if you're relaxed and happy, right? And so your body's going to respond to that. And lots of other chakras do as well. But you'll feel calm, and your heart chakra will feel better. Your central nervous system will feel better. That's your yellow here, your solar plexus. If you can learn how to relax and nurture through the elements, whether it's a crackling fire, that even if you haven't got a crackling fire, you know, a log burner or something, then you can just remember when you sat next to one and experience that feeling again, because your body kind of believes you. Even if you have a memory, it kind of reacts to that memory. So you can just feel that. So you've got the log burner, you've got, you know, primal feelings of fire, water. I've got a little thing here to remind me, but any hot water, you know, that you get in, like I've just said, bath, shower, bowl, And fire, log fire. Just think how warm. This is all about warmth today. Warm fire, warm water. How about the earth? How about you walk outside and you just have a little trip through the woods and the earth beneath your feet? You know, you might go to the top of a mountain and you might be cleansed by the air that you breathe in. And so that's another way of cleansing. And maybe if it's nice warm air, you'd be up there longer. But the warmth is what I'm really talking about here. I particularly like the water. I think warm water, hot water is really soothing and it will nurture you, okay? Get into your primal self this time of year. Because even as my friend said, he just likes hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's great. Oh, Joseph, you've joined us. Oh, thank you. Happy Monday, darling. But even a hot chocolate will do it for him. You know, if you haven't got time to do all the things I'm saying, then just go and get yourself a hot chocolate. And your inner child will be very happy if that's what you want or she wants. So, I mean, how many people go into, one of my friends on here actually is listening, will go swimming in the ocean. And it's cold this time of year. But she always has a nice hot drink when she gets out. And she wraps herself in the best coat and blanket. Ah. I'm in the sauna, couldn't resist the wisdom. Oh, thank you, Joseph. How lovely. You're in a sauna. A sauna is warm. It's nurturing. I never thought of putting that on here, actually, on my board. But yeah, the sauna would be lovely. That's a really good idea. I bet you feel cleansed and nurtured. And it's just a nice feeling of warmth, isn't it? So find whatever works for you. Melatonin. Yes, all your hormones will be, your happiness hormones will be activated when you're feeling comfortable. You are right, Joseph. It's just about giving yourself that opportunity to put your body into a well state. And we can find all different ways of doing that. I'm just looking at my little notes here. I think I've said most of them. But if you think about it, just tuning in, sweating heavy metals, says Joseph, releasing heat shock protein, and I can't quite read all of that, replaces a cuddle. Well, whatever works for you is good. And if Joseph's quite knowledgeable about how to take care of himself, so if you can look at the things that make you feel good, then you're on the right track to start with, aren't you? You'll be like the tree. The tree just nurtures itself before the spring, before it produces more. And we need to do that for ourselves before the winter. You know, think about how you can nurture yourself. It could be electric blanket. Oh, I used to love my electric blanket. Oh, I don't have it at the moment, but electric blanket, when you get in, everybody would sort of says the same thing. Oh, it's like getting into a hot bath. The heat is really good for you. And it's soothing, and straight away you relax your central nervous system. Everything works better in your body because of it. And you probably will sleep better. So I mean, you could do this before you go to bed. You can get into hot water or just think of the crackling fire, and you probably will sleep better. So find ways. Take the pressure off yourself, because there's a lot of pressure on right now. People are thinking, oh, autumn, I've got to take care of the bills are going up, you know, and all of it, putting the heating on, and people are stressing over those things. You know, the coming winter months, they're all thinking of those. And whatever demands and pressures you have, this is a daily thing you can do to sort of set yourself back into harmony with yourself, with your mind, with your body. And if while you're in that place of calm, comfort, nurturing place, while you're feeling safe and grounded, then you're attracting more safe and grounded into your life because the law of attraction. Because if you're feeling that for more than 20 seconds, you're attracting more of that lovely feeling. Somehow it will come into your life. Maybe you'll practice it more and more and feel more comfortable with that. Last week, by the way, I did a talk about reset your bubble and I referenced a spiritual level here. Be back into harmony with your spiritual self. This kind of goes really well with what we're talking about today. If you want to go back and look at that last week, that was really good. Set your spiritual bubble. Reset your bubble, it was called. Have a look at last week's. It's a fun way of realizing that with a breath, we can take ourselves back into our center. And this goes beautifully with it today. We need to nurture ourselves back into our center of self, because we're more for other people. We're better at our jobs. We're better parents. We're better friends. We're better everything if we can be more nurtured and centered. And we need to take care, because quite often we expect other people to take care of us. But if we could do it for ourselves, ironically, you'll probably attract more of that anyway into your life. There's an affirmation I've got here that you could say while you're sitting in your bowl, when you've got your feet in your water, or when you're washing up. You can say this in your mind or out loud. I am cleansed. The water cleanses you. I am nurtured. It makes you feel safe and warm and lovely. I am safe, because right that moment you're focused on that feeling. And I'm grounded. Naturally, it will ground you. So if you could just say, I am cleansed, nurtured, safe and grounded, that would help you a lot. And I have got a symbol that goes with this in a minute. But before I do that, some people will remember on the 8th of the 7th, 24, on my Tea with Nans that we're doing here, I did a talk about a yellow ribbon. Well, this is a red ribbon I want to introduce you to. Now, the yellow ribbon is all really about setting an intention, an affirmation ribbon, okay? The yellow ribbon exercise was really about law of attraction and what you wanted. The red ribbon, on the other hand, there's a knot at each end, the same as the yellow ribbon. This is really about nurturing your base chakra, okay? So I'm suggesting that some people, because it's quite tangible, it's very powerful on your mind and your body, okay? You feel it, the same as the water. You feel the water. So I'm suggesting you could, while you put your feet in water or while you're thinking about a log fire, think about how safe you feel when you're doing that. Think about how grounded and how still you feel just for that time. And give yourself that peace of mind while you're doing it. So I'm suggesting you hold the ribbon and you breathe and you take your finger and thumb down to the end. And as you're doing it, maybe you could do the affirmation. I am cleansed, nurtured, safe and grounded. If you say that 3 times as you're doing the ribbon, I am cleansed, nurtured, safe and grounded, then your mind is listening. Your body responds. And you are reinforcing the lovely feeling that we want to feel of being nurtured, okay? So you're actually doing that. And I suggest you take it with you everywhere, because at certain times of the day when you're stressed or worried about something, you know, worry is very bad for your body. And if you can find a tool such as this, you're helping yourself to not be worried. And that means your body will work better and you'll deal with the issue better anyway. So just doing that 3 times is going to help you to stay grounded. This is just a way of nurturing yourself. But my favourite thing today to talk about with you is the symbol that I channel through. Now, most of you will know I've been introducing my symbols that I've channeled through over the years. And these are intentions. That's what symbols are doing. And this one in particular is one of my favourites. It's lovely. And it's comfort and self-nurturing. It's like having a hug. Now, one of my friends came to me last week and he said, all I need is a hug. I really need a hug. There's so much chaos everywhere. So obviously I made him feel better with a Reiki treatment, but I also presented him with a hug through a symbol. And this is what inspired me to do it. So I'm thinking that you could use this to nurture yourself, okay? Comfort and self-nurturing. Now you could actually just think of this as you see the triangle, okay? This is like you, your higher self and you and a child being a team. Now you all know that triangles are very powerful symbols anyway. You are protected, you are being nurtured by this triangle. This is you inside, like a baby in a womb. Someone said to me, it's like a baby curled up, safe in a womb. You need to nurture yourself like the roots of a tree. So do it with me. Take your attention up and down and across. There you go. And then you're going to do the little S. See it tucking in very comfortably, like a little hug inside. You could use this. Okay, when you're using this, I might actually get t-shirts printed for some of my symbols. I've got some other t-shirts in mind, so I'll present those to you very soon. But let's go back to this lovely beautiful shape. And while you're looking at this, you can either draw it, you can draw it in the air. I like drawing it in the air. But you could look down at the water, of your feet in water, and then you could imagine you've got the symbol in the water. There you go. As you're looking into the water, just imagine you draw it in. Draw the symbol. It's such an easy one to remember because it tucks in. Look, there it is here. So you're drawing that S. Somebody said it looked like a swan. I thought that's really cute. So there is your beautiful triangle. And that's very good for your heart chakra. And it's very good for your base, your root chakra. Okay, that's why they're in these two different colours. And while you're just saying this, I am bringing into my body, my mind, comfort and self-nurturing. Beautiful. I hope you can play with that. So what talks go with this? Well, we've got self-care. This is Tea with Nan again, what we're on here. To get my Tea with Nans or my Nan Talks, which are exercises, they're on my website, nancyfinch.co.uk. So go to the Tea with Nans. There's a lot of them. There's about 140, I think. And some of my talks I'm going to suggest, just 4 here, Tea with Nans, are self-care. Now that just goes beautifully with this. It just gives you the reason why we should self-care. You know, how important. We tend to forget ourselves. We put our attention and our energy on most of the people we love, but we sometimes forget about this person. So that's the 30th of the 12th, 21. If you want to look at that one, it's self-care. Wash your hands of it. It's one of my talks that I really love doing, and that was actually cold water. That was on the 20th of the 3rd, 23. That was about washing away a feeling, you know, and that kind of goes really nicely with this, only I'm suggesting you use hot water for the nurture. Okay. Shower your intentions, another one. So if you are in a hot shower, you could use this beautiful intention of showering, washing away anything that's stress, worry, imbalance in any way. So if you want to look up that one, it's the 6th of the 11th, 23. That works really well with today's talk, because then I'm suggesting you just nurture yourself with the water after you've washed it away. And last but not least is body care, 15th of the 1st, 24. So look those up to go with today's talk, because that is a really nice one. It's just bringing you back. Again, it's giving your body value, and it's just a lovely thing to reinforce. At this time of the year, we do need to come back into our bodies. We're physical people. We need to be more aware and nurture, because when people are run down, they get sick, they get imbalanced. When they're worried, it shuts down these areas, these chakras, especially the base. If you're worried, it shuts this one down. If you're stressed, it shuts the solar plexus down. And we don't need that pressure. That shuts our immune system down in our heart chakra. So we need to be nurturing to counteract the stress and the worry and the tension and anything, the chaos that people are experiencing. A lot of people around, we all affect each other. And we've got to be aware that their stresses and their worries and all of the stuff we're feeling and trying to support other people with are having an effect on us. So, I mean, Joseph's very clever to go and get a sauna, because that's private and cleansing and grounding. But you don't have to have that. If you don't want a sauna, you could have other things. Warm water, feet, hands, you know, beautiful fire. Maybe just a hot drink, or, you know, foods that make you feel safe. That might be great. But whatever it is for you, get down to your primal self. What do you need to feel safe? What do you need to feel nurtured? And so to recap, don't forget the red ribbon. It's very good, even if you're breathing that colour into you. Take a breath and breathe the colour of the red. You're helping naturally to feed this area. Even holding that will do it. So you've got the ribbon, you've got the talks if you want to, you've got your beautiful symbol that I'm very proud to say works. I've seen it work already. Comfort and self-nurturing. Beautiful. The hug you need. Okay, so you've got those 3. You've also got the affirmation, I am cleansed, nurtured, safe and grounded. All of those will help to bring you back into your primal self, to give you that sense of safety and groundedness, and to feed you the energy. So water does do a lot for you. You will need water, but perhaps just use water today and wash your hands under hot water right now. And just think to yourself, this is really good for cleansing and grounding me and nurturing me on a very deep level. And spend at least 20 seconds doing that with mindfulness, of course, because that will help to make it more effective. So I think I've got everything from my board. It's quite a messy board today. We need to reset ourselves, nourish ourselves. And look at all the things that make you feel that way. Safety. Maybe it's wearing your favorite red jumper or whatever it takes, okay? Your inner child needs you to do this, okay? Find any way you can to feel that feeling of nurture, okay? Lovely. Please share this with other people, because right now it's frantic. People are busy and they're not really getting that chance to nurture. So I actually had to stop myself, because I like working. But I had to stop myself the other night and get that bowl out and fill it with hot water. Simple things. And you know, I did feel so good. My feet felt great, but so did my soul. My soul felt great. So I'm asking you all to play with this. See how you feel. Come back to me. You can always talk to me on an email, nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. And I hope to see you all next week, next Monday. And time has marched on as always. So ground yourself with this lovely exercise. Have fun and let me know how you get on. And I shall see you next Monday. It's a namaste moment. Lots and lots of love. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.